Arsenal are preparing for what could become one of the biggest transfer windows in recent years. Rather than focusing on a single marquee signing, the Gunners are reportedly working on an ambitious double deal. Their top priorities are Bakola and Morgan Rogers, two of Europe's brightest young attacking talents. For now, however, negotiations remain on hold. Both players are still representing their national teams at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, meaning neither has responded to Arsenal's interest. Club officials are prepared to wait patiently until the tournament concludes before making their next move. While waiting, Arsenal have shifted their attention to the outgoing transfer market. Several players who are no longer part of Mikel Arteta's long-term plans are expected to leave this summer. Selling those players would generate valuable funds and help finance the club's major transfer targets. Meanwhile, Manchester City have made headlines with bold move involving Real Madrid superstar Vinicius Jr. Only days after Brazil's elimination from the World Cup, City reportedly contacted representatives of the Brazilian winger. The Premier League champions are determined to convince Vinicius to reject Real Madrid's latest contract proposal. According to reports, City are willing to match the player's salary demands of around 30 million euros per season. The English club believes the uncertainty surrounding Vinicius' contract negotiations present a rare opportunity to tempt him away from the Santiago Bernabeu. Real Madrid president Florentino Perez remains eager to secure the Brazilian's future, but discussions over a new deal have repeatedly stalled, creating hope for City's ambitious pursuit. Elsewhere in England, Liverpool continue their search for midfield reinforcement and have not given up on signing Adam Watson from Crystal Palace. The rest are now considering an interesting proposal that would include Harvey Elliott as part of the transfer package. Elliott has struggled for regular playing time, and Liverpool believe offering him in exchange could reduce Palace's asking price. With Curtis Jones expected to leave Anfield, Liverpool viewed Adam Watson as an ideal long-term replacement capable of strengthening the midfield for years to come. Away from the transfer market, Liam Mosenier has officially returned to management after accepting the head coach position at Paris FC. Just 3 months after leaving Chelsea, the 41-year-old has signed a 2-year contract that includes an option for an additional season. He replaces veteran coach Antonio Cabora, following Paris FC's disappointing 11th place finish in Ligue 1. Club officials praised Rosenier's experience at the highest level, his ability to develop young talent, and his commitment to an attractive attacking style of football. Now he faces the challenge of rebuilding Paris FC into a more competitive side. Fulham have also confirmed the managerial appointment. Former Real Madrid boss and Spanish defender Alvaro Arbeloa has signed a 3-year contract to replace Marco Silva. The London club believes Arbeloa brings not only world-class playing experience, but also a modern coaching philosophy shaped by his successful work developing young players. His first mission will be to continue Fulham's progress while proving he can succeed as a Premier League manager. Attention now shifts to Italy, where AC Milan are closing in on another important signing. After making headlines with the arrival of Gonzalo Ramos, the Rossoneri have reportedly reached a full agreement to sign Lazio centre-back Mauro Gela. The transfer package is believed to be worth around 30 million euros. The deal also brings good news for Real Madrid, thanks to the sell-on clause negotiated when Gela left Spain. Los Blancos are expected to receive approximately 15 million euros from the transfer without lifting a finger. Juventus are also continuing their major recruiting behind the scenes, following the appointment of Giovanni Camavelli as the club's new chief executive. The Bianconeri are now preparing to welcome Frederic Masera as their new head of football. Masera, who previously held sporting director roles at AC Milan and AS Roma, is reportedly close to signing his contract. Once completed, he will oversee Juventus' football operations and help shape the club's long-term sporting project. Another interesting battle is developing in Serie A. Inter Milan and Juventus are both monitoring John Stones after the England defender became available following his departure from Manchester City. Initially, Stones was offered to AC Milan, but the Rossoneri decided against pursuing the deal because of his high wages demands. Milan also prefer other defensive targets including Mario Gila and Virgil van Dijk. With Milan stepping aside, Inter Milan and Juventus have moved into pole position. However, both clubs remain cautious because of Stones' recurring hamstring injuries, which have disrupted several recent seasons. Over in Spain, Dusan Vlahovic appears ready for a fresh challenge. The Serbian striker reportedly wants to leave Juventus and dreams of joining Barcelona. He believes the Catalan giant could offer him regular playing time following Robert Lewandowski's departure. Reports suggest that Vlahovic has already rejected offers from other clubs while waiting for Barcelona to make an official move. He is even willing to accept a lower salary to wear the famous Barcelona shirt, a surprising decision considering wage disagreement were one of the biggest obstacles during his Juventus contract talks. Meanwhile, Atletico Madrid have wasted no time entering the market after Egypt's World Cup campaign came to an end. The Spanish club are reportedly targeting Mohamed Salah as the leading candidate to replace club legend Antonio Griezmann. Salah is currently a free agent after leaving Barcelona, making him one of the most attractive players available this summer. With his World Cup duties now over, a decision on his future could arrive soon. Atletico face competition from clubs in Saudi Arabia and Major League Soccer, but they hope the opportunity to remain at the highest level in Europe will convince the Egyptian superstar. At Real Sociedad, stability has been rewarded. The club have extended head coach Pellegrini contract until the summer of 2028, adding an extra year to his previous agreement. The decision follows an impressive campaign in which Sociedad lifted the Copa del Rey, ending a 6-year trophy drought and securing qualification for the 2026-27 UEFA Europa League. Club officials believe Materazzo's long-term success and are eager to continue building under his leadership. Meanwhile, Chelsea have changed their position regarding Alejandro Garnacho. Earlier in the window, the Blues were reportedly hoping to sending the winger out on loan. That approach has now changed completely. Chelsea are only interested in permanent sale, believing the transfer fee would help finance the arrival of new wide attacker who better fits the club's long-term plans. Tottenham Hotspur remain active in the transfer market after completing deals for Sandro Tonali and Matheus Fernandes. The next priority is strengthening the ranks, and one name has quickly moved the top of their shortlist, Omar Mamouche. Reports suggest Spurs are preparing an official offer, while Manchester City value the Egyptian forward at around €50 million. Tottenham are reportedly comfortable with that price, but they won't have a clear path to the signing. Aston Villa, Juventus and Barcelona are all keeping a close eye on the situation. For now, Omar Mamouche remains focused on the 2026 FIFA World Cup and is expected to delay any decision about his future until the tournament is over. Brentford are also searching for attacking reinforcements. The Bees want an experienced striker to provide competition and cover for Igor Thiago. Veteran forward Callum Wilson has emerged as their preferred candidate after leaving West Ham United. Negotiations are said to be progressing well, with Brentford valuing Wilson's leadership and experience just as much as his ability in front of goal. His arrival would also allow promising 19-year-old striker Kai Furu to gain valuable first-team experience on loan next season. Real Madrid, meanwhile, are exploring defensive options for the future. Manchester City defender Ruben Dias has reportedly been added to Los Blancos' transfer shortlist, following a recommendation from Jose Mourinho. Initial contact has already taken place, but City's response has been firm. They have no intention of selling one of their defensive leaders. Instead, the Premier League champions are preparing to offer Diaz a new contract. Even so, Real Madrid are expected to monitor the situation closely and could submit an official offer if the Portuguese international signals any desire to leave England and reunite with compatriot Bernardo Silva. Barcelona are facing another important decision involving Frankie de Jong. Although the Dutch midfielder remains one of the squad's most gifted players, his place is no longer guaranteed. Manager Hansi Flick now has several strong midfield options, while the rapid development of Gavi and Marc Bernat has increased competition even further. With Barcelona still looking to improve their financial position, the club is reportedly open to listening to offers for Frankie de Jong if a suitable proposal arrives this summer. Back in Italy, Napoli are prepared to part ways with Romelu Lukaku. The Belgian striker is expected to leave during the transfer window, and the club has placed a €10 million price tag on him. Turkey giant Besiktas and Fenerbahce are among the clubs showing interest. Selling Lukaku would not only recover part of Napoli's original investment, but would also significantly reduce the club's wage bill. International football has also produced major headlines. Portugal manager Roberto Martinez has officially stepped down after his team's disappointing World Cup exit following a 1-0 defeat to Spain. Speaking after the match, Martinez explained that Portugal needed a new voice and a new leader. Moving forward, he insisted that the decision had not been planned before the tournament and admitted that he came to the World Cup with only one objective: to win the trophy. Having failed to achieve that goal, he felt it was the right time to leave. Portugal are not the only nation searching for a new manager. Ghana head coach Carlos Queiroz has also resigned after the Black Stars were eliminated in the round of 32 by Colombia. Although disappointed with the result, the experienced coach expressed pride in his players' effort and thanked the Ghanaian football community for its support during his tenure. The transfer market continues to produce surprises across Asia. Japanese club Sanfrecce Hiroshima have completed the signing of striker Sebastian Haller, making the Ivorian international first move outside Europe. Sebastian Haller joins the J-League side after leaving FC Utrecht on a free transfer. Despite scoring 7 goals and providing 5 assists in 51 official appearances during his time in the Netherlands, he struggled to cement a regular starting role, which ultimately cost him a place in the Ivory Coast 2026 World Cup squad. Although the financial details remain undisclosed, reports suggest Haller received a significant signing bonus after arriving as free agent. Meanwhile, Indonesia's attention then returned to the 2026 FIFA World Cup, where Argentina produced one of the tournament's most dramatic comebacks. The reigning world champions look to be heading for elimination after Egypt raced into 2-goal lead during their round of 16 clash. However, Argentina showed the resilience that has defined their recent success. 3 unanswered goals in the second half completed a stunning 3-2 comeback victory and secured a place in the quarterfinals. Lionel Messi once again played a decisive role by finding the net, taking his tournament tally to 8 goals, making him the leading scorer of the 2026 World Cup. Argentina's reward is a quarter-final showdown with Switzerland, who's advanced after defeating Colombia in a tense penalty shootout. Elsewhere at the World Cup, Norway have been hit by an unexpected setback ahead of their crucial match against England in Miami. A virus has reportedly spread throughout the Norwegian camp, forcing several players to miss training as they battle illness. Head coach Tel Sobakin has also been affected, while concerns remain over the fitness of creative midfielder Marcus Pedersen, whose condition is still uncertain. The rapid spread of the illness has sparked speculation about whether the demanding travel schedule and packed tournament calendar may have weakened the squad's physical condition. Back in Italy, Indonesia international goalkeeper Emi Odero is once again attracting interest from Sampdoria. His future at Como remains unclear, and Sampdoria reportedly view him as the experienced goalkeeper capable of leading their promotion push in Serie B. The club are already pursuing another goalkeeper from Avellino, but that player is expected to serve as backup should Odero agree to return. Whether the Indonesian international stays at Como or heads back to Sampdoria remains one of the transfer stories to watch in the coming weeks.